Should be easy for you. You weigh nothing. Oh, just kidding. Drive over, Hunter. Riley's driving. Hey, are you driving? It's freezing out this time of year, you know that? Where are we going? Honk the horn. People don't use the horn enough. Beep, beep, get out of the way! Beep, beep. Okay, I see you climbing. I see you at the top. You're as tall as the trees. Where are you? Whoop, like a groundhog. Oh, where is he? There he is. Hello, hi. It is me, we're back, you're back. Hi, thanks for joining me. I am going to do a workout today. Today is day 2 of the diet. And I know a lot of people say like you shouldn't call it a diet because their lifestyle usually sucks. Mine doesn't. I get moderate amount of exercise, I get a moderate amount of steps, I get 2 to 3 liters of water. 2 is low for me. 3 liters of water a day. You know, I salt everything. I eat like really good quality food. I barely, maybe like once a month eat out. And eat out means like not made at home. I have maybe like sugary treats, maybe 2 times a week. That's about it. I really don't feel like I need a lifestyle change, but I do want to lose weight, and I am finding that I'm putting on weight even with my like seemingly healthy lifestyle. So I just want to like have a lot of data and see what's going on. I do have an appointment with a naturopath on April 12th, and hopefully she can help me figure out what's going on internally, just see where my levels are at, any deficiencies, any not, any too much of one thing maybe, I don't know. But I just hope that there's nothing wrong. I definitely don't feel great, and I definitely don't recover from my workouts at all. So I'm going to be changing up the way I'm exercising right now. Normally I do like 2 really heavy sets followed by 2 moderate hypertrophy sets. And that is just my back, the knots, and it's just been accumulating and it feels so uncomfortable. I've been getting headaches and migraines from it. Like after 2 weeks of exercising, I can't recover. And then I need to take like a week to 2 weeks off, and that's just like not fun. It's not sustainable. Not great. So we're going to be tracking all our calories, all our macros, tracking how much water we're drinking, tracking bowel movements, tracking sleep. We're going to do, my workouts are going to be more lightweights, but really slow intentional movements, followed by like supersetted kind of thing with body weight hit-ish, not really hit, but you know what I mean? Just jumping around, getting the heart rate up, foam rolling and stretching. Oh, and I did take my measurements this morning, so let's go over that. Alrighty, so we can see here, November 18th, I weighed 192. This is my waist ratio, so the smallest part. This is my hip glutes. This here is my stomach, so around the belly button, and this was my mid thigh. And then as we can see today, we are weighing, or yesterday we weighed in at 194.8. Today we weighed in at 193, so that's great. And then my period started yesterday, so I think that's why it was just such a high number and then a big drop. But the waist is the same, the hip pretty much the same, stomach the same, which I was really surprised about that. And my legs are a little bit bigger, which that makes sense because none of my pants fit. I can't get them up past my thighs. It's really annoying. But I was really surprised that my stomach area was the same, because I feel like it's not. I'm so uncomfortable with the way I look, but it says what it says. So that's what we're rocking with. That's where we're starting. That's our starting point. Alrighty, so I didn't quite elaborate in that clip as much as I should have on why the scale is not the only measurement you should be taking. It is really important to take your measurements as well as the scale number and collaborate them. That way you know if the scale is high but your measurements have gone down, you're obviously having some body composition changes. You can also use the scale as a tool to track your weight throughout like your menstrual cycle, so potentially maybe the scale has gone up but your measurements are the same right before your period. that's totally fine. You're obviously just holding more water weights and stuff like that. There's inflammation. Overall, using the scale as a means to decipher weight loss, fat loss, is terrible. Because when you're exercising, when you're starting to move your muscles, put on muscle mass, one, muscle weighs more than fat. It is significantly more challenging to put on muscle than it is fat, and it will take a longer amount of time. But as you do, you're also going to cause more inflammation, because in order to build muscle, you have to tear down the old stuff first. And with that inflammation comes water weight. Your body pushes water and nutrients to those worked muscles, to those torn down muscles, in order to build them back up. That causes a weight fluctuation on the scale. And this is why it's really, really important to take your measurements, okay? So the places you're gonna wanna take your measurements, I always do around mid-thigh. It's really great if you have like a freckle or a scar or something that you can always use the same pinpoint. The other way to do it is measure from your knee to your hip. And if it's like 20 centimeters, then obviously 10 is halfway. That's where you would measure every single time for your thigh ratio. Then I always measure the glutes. So the glutes are across your mid glutes and wrap around your hips. The other area I do is my stomach. So this lower part, I call it the belly button area. So across your belly button here, you're gonna go all the way around across, and that's gonna be your belly button stomach area. Your waist area is the smallest part, and that's going to be here. Your chest, obviously across the titas, and that's about it. I find it really hard to do my arms. I personally don't feel a need to, but again, same application to your legs you can apply to your arms, just finding that halfway point and doing it that way. And then I like to take my measurements every beginning of the month or end of the month, however you prefer, just once a month, and then the weekly weigh-ins. And then that way you can kind of figure out a little bit better, get out of your head a little bit more, and just really stick with the facts. Less emotion, more facts.